evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Rothman stand at the Cork Rally, and the excitement is really building up here as Billy Coleman is due in to this stand any minute now. And we also heard there a while ago that he has gearbox trouble, so I think the gearbox will have to be changed. So perhaps we'll be able to get this in action. People are really getting excited now. You can see the movement of people around here, all around us. And the team here are getting ready for Billy to come in and to be able to change his gearbox. Hello Billy, I'm from LTV and maybe we could get you to say a few words to us. What happened to your gearbox at all?
As far as I was aware, there was nothing wrong, but I think it's just a precautionary.
It's just a precaution, and are they going to actually change it?
Well, that's what it looks like now anyway.
How's the stage going for you so far?
Very well so far, yeah.
And are you pleased with yourself?
Well, if we can keep it there now.
Do you see any major problems coming from?
Well, you never know in this game, but it looks good at the moment anyway.
So we wish you the best of luck, so thank you very much for talking to us.
They're going to be carried out now by Richard, which is change the wheels, have a look at the tires and so on. Now, Billy has been running on the Glenmore intermediate tires today. It's a soft compound. He used them in Run and Go and also on the 9th. Very pleased with those tires, and that's the correct lot will be going on there. You can hear Richard working away on the floor. What's the way of it? A sensible thing to do. These things give us what they can run and go and the 9th. It takes about 25 minutes. Well, we're doing something different after we get the boat back. Okay, Billy, how are you feeling at the moment? Are you feeling fairly confident?
Yeah, very good. You know, 6 days ago, so it's looking good now.
And you expect to 6-20 wins. Too early to say that, but we'll be saying that for the group. For Billy to play right about 6 o'clock this evening. The group 6-20 International Rally.
Frank Maher, you're driving one of the old reliable Mark II Starts. How's it going for you today?
Well, it was going very well this morning until the third stage this morning. We came over test on the last straight and we bent all the steering system underneath. And it's going okay now, but it's very badly done.
Yeah, so obviously the service crew are doing a rebuild for you now. Will you get it done on your 38-minute service time?
Well, we'll get the most of it done, but I reckon the suspension is going to have to be left as it is.
Yeah, the suspension in these racing cars, as we should call them now, rather than rally cars, there's a very critical setting up on them. You should be able to continue though and hopefully gain the place.
Well, we cut still on the last day of the Rally and we're hoping to try and catch them and get into third place today.
So at that rate, so you think Austin McHale would have caught Bill finally?
Oh, I'd say Austin should catch him now.
Yes. This morning you started in 4th place, so you're hoping to get into 3rd by the end of the rally?
By the end of the rally, yes.
Yeah. So, what other mechanical problems have you from the car?
Not another ounce of trouble. The engine, gearbox, axle, everything is perfect. The car is just going brilliant.
Yeah, I met you at the end of the 3rd stage yesterday morning and you had a broken steering wheel. Obviously you've that replaced by now.
Yeah, we put a new one on this morning and no other problems, only cost us a few seconds and a few stages yesterday, that's all.
Yeah, when you change the steering wheel and get a new one, if it's not of the same type, do you find it takes a while to get used to it?
Oh, it's completely different. Get used to it. You're so used to one type and you have to go on that type. It's very hard driving otherwise without the right one. When we got the puncture yesterday, it really took back 3 minutes. Other than that, we'd be second still.
Yeah, being second in the second to Bill Coleman would be very nice.
Should be very nice. able to hold us. It was a very nice trip.
Yeah, Austin seems to be driving quite hard this morning. He seemed to, well, he was down 10, I think, on the first stage, but he seemed to take 12 off Billy on the second one. How did you do in the second stage?
The second stage we were down a bit to them because it's a very fast stage. First stage though went very well. We were 13 seconds down on Austin and 20 seconds up on Bill Connolly. But on the last stage there we caught Bill Connolly now, and we should be taking another 50 seconds off the time.
Right then. So the best of luck, and let's hope you continue on for a good overall season.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Okay, here with me now is Austin McHale, car number 2. How's it going for you this morning?
It's going fairly good. The stages are suiting the Mantis a little bit better and a bit more bumpy, which is the Mantis' main advantage, and they're going fairly well. We're back up to second now, and we'll try and stay there. Hopefully we'll have no more problems and get there to the finish if possible.
Yeah, obviously Billy's trying to turn the notes around from last year when you caught him on the last few stages and Wonder Rally. He will obviously try and do the same thing this year.
I don't think that it's possible to catch a Manta to catch a Metro with a Manta because 400 brake horsepower there is different last year at the park. The cars were more evenly matched, but definitely we'll keep the pressure on and we definitely want to have him relax, so we'll fight to the finish.
Yeah, well, I suppose that is part of the sport, and you know, it can be very enjoyable, but with your car, what have you in store for next year?
With the Manta as it is, I think that hopefully I'd like to drive a Manta next year. I've yet to happen to decide what we're doing, but I think with all these evolution cars being banned, the Manta is definitely going to be competitive, and I reckon that the Manta is the car to have next year.
Yeah, but will it be the same type Manta again, or will you have to do some modifications or cut back on horsepower, etc., etc.?
No, the car is in its present form. It's homologated for next year, and I think we can actually get new braking system is being homologated shortly, and I think there's some more DHP coming out of the engine as well, so it'll be even more competitive than what it is at the minute.
Yeah. What happens to Metro next year?
Not that well advised on it at the moment, but the present Metro is banned from the British Championship. I think there's no decision being made on the Irish Championship as such, which is sort of the 4 events in Southern Ireland, but what you can run, I think you can run something up to 300 brake horsepower, which is not, you know, that competitive. So I think it's probably all up in the air at the moment.
Yeah, obviously it would be nice to see the 2-wheel cars coming back again at the 4-wheel drive ones and taking over if possible.
Yeah, the two-wheel drive cars are much more spectacular for the spectators to watch, and it leaves the sport that much safer because most of the two-wheel drive cars have that shell, the bodies are all steel, and very little like a traveller space sort of thing are all taken out, and so they're, you know, there's much more of them safer and for everybody involved.
Yes, on the stages this morning, the first stage, Billy took about 10 seconds off you, and on the second one you took about 12 off him. How did you work out in the other two?
I think we took about 14 on the third, and I think he got 2 enough on the last.
So there's a net gain there of 16 seconds on this morning's 4 stages.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Austin, and best of luck. Yeah. Right, Ronan McNamee, you're in the hot seat this year.
This weekend, because especially doing team managers this weekend, try and work out some way of keeping this man in the 4-wheel drive car with the 400 horsepower.
Yeah, well, obviously it's a change around. You've navigated Penty Ericla all the year, and obviously you were shouting a lot of Finnish words and different words probably to Penty and Odjeman. What's the drive at the set-in with Austin?
Very exciting because the car is much quicker, and at the start we had a little bit of difficulty adapting to, I had some little bit of difficulty adapting to Austin's notes with their words rather than numbers that Penty used, but I've been having a good time. Very much, a lot of fun, but thinking about the problem yesterday morning when we dropped over 7 minutes, you know, it put us 2 minutes behind Billy.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, if you had dropped the same time, it would have made it more interesting. But I suppose if you didn't drop any time, you would be where it was an easy one.
Yeah, well, Billy dropped something like 5 minutes, and we dropped 7 minutes. So, you know, it obviously gives him a big advantage, and we're really fighting up and struggle with 400 horsepower car against the 250. But since that, we got back to second, so I think that's good enough for now.
Yeah, well, obviously the team manager, Christy, that was navigating Austin last year, and Austin can always blame you if you don't win this year.
Christy thinks that. No, Christy's here, some demon bit of psychology worked out for the next 4 stages, and we're going to do the business out there.
Yeah, well, this is all part of the game, isn't it?
I hope so.
Thanks very much, Ronan.
Okay, bye.
Right, I've Christy Fowle, Austin's navigator last year, but team manager this year. Well, I suppose it's from one hot seat to another, Christy.
Yeah, this seat is even hotter than the last one I was in last year. I felt Austin was a difficult driver, some even more difficult drivers controlled this weekend.
Well, controlling the driver, I suppose, is one thing, but at least you can talk to him, when we're gone now, and slow him down or study him up or tell him to keep the shoe in. Which will it be?
Oh, well, we can always advise him, but ultimately it's up to the driver to decide for himself what to do. I think Austin knows best what to do anyway.
Yeah, obviously the driver is in command, but again, team instructions can be very important.
Oh, sure, we can use our experience, and we can compare the situation as it stands, and then ultimately make a decision. The decision is usually the best.
Yeah, hot seats can be very hot at times. Obviously, the pressure on you, but it's not the same pressure as last year.
Oh, certainly not, because there's a hell of a lot of pressure on inside the car, because you have, I feel, the responsibility, especially in personal driving, is very much, it's almost, I suppose, it's 30-70 as regards the ultimate responsibility for keeping the car on the road. Obviously, lies with the driver, but the co-driver, if he makes one mistake, he can be the cause of an accident.
Yeah, obviously, calling the notes, you must have them right first time. There's no going back.
Certainly so, and I think in Ronan McNamee, he's one of the top co-drivers certainly on the scene, and Austin has a very good replacement there.
Yeah, well, again, one good navigator going on team management, it can be a great help as well, knowing the pitfalls and knowing the ins and outs.
Oh, certainly, working with people like that, it's easy for me to be able to try and coordinate the whole team effort. And it's a new experience for me, and it's one I'm really enjoying this weekend.
Right, Christy, you're the best of luck.
Thank you.
Wonderful job here. Great compliment. Great Nigel Richard, who deserves all our congratulations.
Right, yeah, well, as you can just see here now, the mechanics are doing final checks after changing the gearbox in record time. They're obviously doing some steering tracking and checking and fixed steering and all that. Obviously they're very near to going out, and just last final checks in a hurry. You can see one man here now, and he's checking the tyre pressure. Yeah, as you can see here now, this man is talking the half shaft nuts to make sure that they're all okay. As you can see, it has taken a small bit of a tightening, but it's very important to torque them to the correct torque. No problem. Right, here with me now I have Ronan Morgan, Billy Coleman's navigator. This time last year, at this time, times were slightly different, which we weren't aware of.
That's right, yeah, last year tells a good story, alright. We lost the rally by about, I think it was 8 seconds at the end of the day. But this year we've got about 3 minutes of a lead going into the last 6 stages, so hopefully we've got a gearbox change there, so hopefully everything will go fine for the next 6.
Yeah, how did you compare with Austin's time on the first 4 stages this morning?
On the 4, we beat him by 2 and he beat us by 2, but he's involved in a dice with Bill Connolly, and he was trying to get into second place overall, so we've just got to maintain our lead. That's it.
Yeah, obviously you're not sitting back this year and, taking it handy.
Well, we could afford to take it a bit handier if we wanted. We still have, as I say, we still have the bus for 3 minutes, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, the rally isn't over, of course, until you have the last stage done and back in at the final control.
That's exactly true. Not over yet, so there's a long way to go yet.
Okay, so the best of luck, Ronan, and hopefully you'll change the
Well, we don't have an
problems around it.
on the rally. We do have Billy and Ronan are leading well. It's my suggestion Billy would be up to shut. And now Sanctimani and Leo Monk would be in sixth position in the Orion. They were getting used to that car yesterday. And when I was talking at the start at Jays as well, I was told that they're really settling down to it.
From last year.
Yes. It was rather unfortunate last year, all right. But that's the way things go. That was 12 months ago. It's a new situation, new car, new hope. So we'll continue on that basis.
Yeah, I'm delighted to see that that rallying has got big coverage on television nationwide. It's a big change from a few years ago.
Yes, we're very happy about that. We have tried hard in our own way to try and upgrade awareness of the sport generally throughout the country. And it's indeed people like yourselves, which we're rather grateful for helping to facilitate that. Television coverage has enabled the sport to be upgraded in levels of awareness throughout the country.
Yeah, rallying has taken quite a hammering this year with quite a few serious accidents and a few deaths and that, and the loss of Henry Tyven, and that was very sad.
Yes, it was. It has been a particularly unfortunate year from that point of view. Quite a number of things have happened in a relatively short space of time. Having said that, the ruling authorities in motorsport have to look at the situation from their perspective, and we all must operate within those parameters.
Yeah, well, there has to be rules and regulations, and with some changes next year now, where do that leave you?
Well, bearing in mind there will be changes, certainly with respect to our own special flagship promotion, if you like, the Rothman Circuit of Ireland Rally. It will obviously have an impact on that, but even within those constraints we would still see opportunities there to involve the general public even more in building the awareness and interest of the sport.
Yeah, well, general public, of course, is your big thing, and it's important to get across to them from your point of view.
Yes, essentially with any commercial interest there is obviously a desire to get the broad message across to the general public. Obviously that's a valid point, yeah.
Okay, then the best of luck for the rest of the evening, and hopefully you'll be number one at the end of the day.
Thanks very much, Pat. We hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Gary Keenan of the Rothmans Rally manager for the Rothmans Rally team. That was an interview there with Gary Keenan, Rothmans promotions manager for the Rothmans Rally team.
Well, I'm surrounded here by rally fans. Maybe the man here in my right will tell me something. What brought you here?
I came down with a buddy, friend of mine came here, and they were just interested in cars and everything.
You seem to be stuck around.
Yeah,
What did you think of the very fast gear change?
fabulous, unbelievable.
And how are you enjoying the rally so far?
Sorry?
How are you enjoying the rally?
Fabulous, great stuff.
But now Billy has just come out. Maybe have a few words with him.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. So that's Billy Coleman now out of the service area on for the next loop of 3 stages, and hopefully he can stay ahead and be ahead when it's all important at the end of the rally. Now we should leave and hit for Mushra to get some action on the Mushra stage.
Sean, maybe you have a few words with us here. You were taking pictures this morning. How did you get on?
Very good.
What sort of shots did you make?
Well, I got really up and going over Mushra, and as well in kilometres and over a few bumps there. You know, it's not a very fast rally. Only the first 4 or 5 cars after that they're just back to normal.
Any shots of Aston Martin coming around?
I did, yeah, I got Aston all off the ground on all 4s at one stage, you know.
So you'll be hoping to develop them fairly quickly and publish them.
They'll be singing tonight anyway, see what way they'll turn out. Hopefully they'll be okay.
How do you feel this rally is going to turn out? Is Austin McHale going to creep up again and catch?
Oh, no way. You know, Billy's only shooting. He will try to fast as he wants to do.
No.
So you're rooting for Billy anyway?
Definitely no doubt about it.
Thanks very much, Sean. We're here at the launch cross on the Clondrohid stage of the Cork 20, and I have one of the marshals with me, Dan Kelleher from Clondrohid. Dan, maybe you'll tell us something about the marshalling.
Well, here at this particular junction, it isn't too bad because there's a T junction and they're going to the right. Whereas at other junctions, if they were going straight on and going to the right, it would be much more dangerous. So here, the first time around, there wasn't a very big crowd there, you know. But this time we're expecting a bigger crowd because this isn't a good spot to get to the next stage.
How many marshals have you here at this spot for crowd control?
About 5 of us here this time. Last time there were about 2, you know. So
and are you expecting a much bigger crowd here today, being Sunday, and more people being on?
Yes, and especially since it's after lunch now, the evening isn't too bad, you know.
Has anything happened at this stage the last time?
No, nothing major really, you know, just cars went down there pretty quick.
Yeah, and no major tragedies have occurred here anyway. So.
No, not at all, no, not at this point. The car went around there, it's flat tire in the back and went across the road a bit, but that's all in the matter of the sport, you know.
You're well used to doing the marshalling at these sorts of things. Maybe you have some comment to make at this particular rally?
Well, at this particular event actually, the crowd are very well behaved, especially, you know, this morning, you know. They're all obeying the masks and they are staying back. And like I said, a lot of credit has brought to those for being so cooperative, which is very important to this particular job, you know.
And what advice would you give to spectators?
Well, to obey the masks at all time and not to stand in the inside corners and to stay well back generally, you know, because those cars travel pretty quick. And like Billy Coleman's Metro to Star 4, right, the acceleration of that is only massive as far as we are concerned, you know, and they kind of keep them down very fast. And as well as that, some of the cars that come through, they're quite silent and they come pretty quickly on top of people, you know, so they want to be pretty aware.
So beware for approaching cars.
Be very much aware of the
What are your own views on the rally so far?
Well, from what I know, anyway, Billy Coleman is leading, which is that he's a local man from Mill Street. Well, we're happy about that, you know.
And you don't think Des McHale is going to come up on Mill Street?
Well, I don't know, because I'm stuck here, you see, the only city voted there's another local man, John Moynihan, I think he's out since yesterday. So
that's right.
So I'm kind of sorry about that. But I'll say that.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have been enjoying the LTV viewing so far and all the action here from the rally. Well, next Wednesday night we are coming to you at 8 o'clock, so please take note of that. The time is 8 o'clock and it's an extended programme on the apparitions of Our Lady in Inchkeela, so I'm sure that will make very interesting viewing. And it's 8 o'clock next Wednesday night, and for the couple of Wednesday nights to come it will be 8 o'clock, so please take note of this. Our new time is 8 o'clock coming on the air, LTV. Thank you.
It looks at this point now halfway between Clondrohid and Bellavoona, Belmekira, that Billy Coleman is up 2 seconds at this point, up 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll take my time.
Yeah, we're just here now at the start of the last group of 3 stages, and Billy Coleman's on the stage. He's just about to appear now. Yes, Austin McHale now on his tail and hoping to pull back sometime. So he's about to appear now. Yeah, this looks like, sounds like Billy Connolly on the approach now. Billy Coleman looked to be right, approaching now is Frank Maher. And just a small bit of news there, it looked like Billy Coleman had about 1 second on Austin when they left that bend after passing us here. Frank Maher very sideways. This sounds very much like Dan Daly in his Nissan Datsun. Again, this sounds like the General Motors Orion. This car is powered by an Opel engine, being a Ford. It's a crossbreed, we'd call it.